Okay, so this question says if tan of pi over 7 is 3 over 4, how can I use this information to figure out what sine of pi over 7 is? So basically with this question, it's seeing the connection between sine and tan. So one of the ways to think about this is to think way back to basics. When you first looked at sine, cos, and tan, and we always look in relation to right angle triangles. So if I just pick an angle to be pi over 7, if I saw that, and I knew that tan was 3 over 4, so tan of pi over 7 equaled 3 over 4, and I know that tan is just opposite over adjacent. So that literally means that the opposite line is a length of 3, and the adjacent line is a length of 4. So I have this triangle and I have pi over 7, and I want to find now what sine pi over 7 is. So to get sine pi over 7, I need to know the opposite over the hypotenuse. Well, I know that the opposite is 3, just like how it was in tan, but I don't yet know the length of that hypotenuse. But because it's a right angle triangle, I do have a strategy to figure out that length of that hypotenuse. I can use a squared plus b squared equals c squared and know that 3 squared plus 4 squared is c squared. In other words, 9 plus 16 equals c squared. So 25 equals c squared. To get rid of that squared, square root both sides. The square root of 25, the positive version is 5. So that tells me that c, or my hypotenuse, is 5. Now, when I look at what sine pi over 7 is, again, I'm looking for the opposite over the hypotenuse. So that just equals 3, because that is the opposite to pi over 7, and my hypotenuse is 5. So 3 over 5 is what sine pi over 7 is in this case.